Mladel, Mladel. Shh.
Wait, what? What? What happened? Fire? Is there fire? Did I fail? Is my computer okay? Did my assignments die?
Oops, sorry. I dropped the bomb. Hurry up, we are late for school.
Oh my gosh, don't you just love school?
Are you kidding me? Who doesn't love school? It's not like it's causing us any stress, right?
It doesn't. There's just a ton of work to do, and it's just totally fine.
Well,
guess who's not sleeping later tonight?
Hi guys, it's Salia. Welcome back.
Who are you talking to? Did you hear the two students talking earlier in our radio school?
Wait, which ones? The ones that were talking about not sleeping?
Yes. Oh my gosh, when I was listening to them, I was just thinking in my head, and I was like, girl, I totally feel your pain.
Same. I was actually just making a podcast about that for my project. About how students get so stressed out about school and they end up getting more stressed for thinking that they're eventually going to fail for not being able to get their work done.
Totally. You know what? I'm also doing this project for my class, and it's a podcast too. Do you want to do it together?
Sure. Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Daily Struggles. I'm Salia and here's my friend.
Hey guys, I'm Villadel.
Oh Miladel, this is the second time you're interrupting me. Anyways, so today we are gonna take you to a day with us at school. So let's start the day off with a good plate of breakfast. Oh, wait up! Never mind, we don't eat breakfast because we're late for school.
Oh my gosh, that is literally my everyday routine because I'm always late for school.
Oh wow, that's not good. Actually, most students struggle with eating breakfast in the morning because of various factors. One of them being lack of sleep and exhaustion from excessive homework, which leads to being late for school as what they will just want to do is sleep.
Exactly. Do you know what I heard? Most college students are sleep deprived, as 70.6 of students reporting obtaining less than 8 hours of sleep. Can you even imagine not being able to get some sleep? I've experienced that a couple of times actually. Not being able to sleep because of the workload that we have to finish the next day. Sometimes I get 10 minutes of sleep, or sometimes no sleep at all.
It says if it's not enough that students are already sitting in classrooms for 8 hours every day. On top of that, students also have to spend hours to complete their homework after school. Most of them are even giving up their social life and primary needs, such as eating and sleeping.
I couldn't have said it any better. Stanford University actually found out that 55% of students considered homework a primary source of stress. They found that homework results in lack of sleep, headaches, exhaustion. Also, the fact that homework is piled on top of other extracurricular activities and part time jobs for some contributes to the stress that students experience.
Right. Another thing is that sleep deprivation affects students' academic success in school. The students who don't get enough sleep are most likely to sleep during class hours, which causes them to lose their focus in class.
That is so true. This is a little embarrassing, but do you remember that time when we were in history class and I told you about how I was planning on not sleeping because of the workload that I had to do? And boom, I fell asleep in class. What I realized out of this, though, is that sleeping late at night doesn't really benefit us at all. It just poses for more and more consequences, eventually affecting our studies.
That's right. For example, going to sleep early the night before a test might be more beneficial than sacrificing sleep to study. As students, we think that it's more beneficial to stay up late, studying our butts off, and hoping for better marks. What we don't know is that this just degrades the way we work as students, which eventually degrades our learning capabilities while in class.
It's so funny how this is so easy to say, but so hard to do. Let's be real here. Students are experts at procrastinating. Yes, maybe we all have our own homework to do, but at the same time, do we ever think of how much time we waste doing nothing? Technology is a big contributor to this. Social media, let's say. Instead of doing work, we go on our phones and scroll for hours looking at absolutely nonsense things. Memes on the list, outfits, people selfies, vlogs, and then we complain about not getting our work done on time. Oh boy.
E to the X to the A to the C to L Y. Exactly. It's just so hard not to give in to temptation of procrastinating, man. There's just so many reasons on the list as to why we are procrastinate. Number one being distractions. Mladel already touched on that topic actually. And it's just the fact that distractions are just there, lurking behind us and telling us to check them every now and then, which eventually results to hours and hours of procrastination.
That is definitely true. The fact that students often don't know how to start completing their tasks contributes to this as well. Well, they don't know how to start it, then they stop caring about how to do it, as they would just get drowned in the thought of, oh man, I don't even know how to start this. I'll think about it and start tomorrow, which of course doesn't happen.
Let's not forget the fact that students are also lacking the initiative to get even started on their work. Without the initiative, they can't even start doing anything, which leaves everything the last minute.
Then it leads to them not completing
Then
it.
they get stressed.
Then they get scared of
Then
failing.
they end up getting more stressed than ever.
The list is just endless. We may not see it, but this little problem can lead to a bigger one, like mental health issues. A study done by Dr. Ferrari Johnson and Dr. McCowan proves this. In fact, in 2007, they found that at the beginning of the semester, procrastinators were posed to less stress, but are attacked towards the end because of all the stress that is now put on their shoulders.
Exactly. Putting things off may temporarily make you feel better, but in the long run, it will most likely add more stress and anxiety to your life.
Right. However, another slap on our faces is that it's our fault after all as to why we're all stressing out. We procrastinate and we develop all these things. That is why we need to get over them. But how? Do you know any ways on how we can get over them, Saliha?
I definitely do. But there has been a lot of that we talk about for these past minutes. Let's take a break for a little bit and give our brain cells a little rest.
We are back!
Anyways, as we were saying, of course there are some ways we can get over procrastination. First of all, you have to find ways on how we can get away from procrastinating. Perhaps getting away from distractions would help. Do not ever give in to temptation of procrastination. You need to face your responsibilities, and if needed, you have to force yourself to do the work in order to prevent the stress that you will have to deal with if you choose to procrastinate.
It may not be the same with you guys, but one thing that really helped me to get away from procrastinating and finish my tasks was making a to-do list. Putting deadlines beside the task may also be helpful for you. Celia mentioned earlier something about distractions. Let's admit it. It's hard not to look at our phones whenever it lights up, hoping for a text from that person. But you have to forget about that person for a little while, honey. Let's face it. It's very hard to do, especially when you already got used to doing that. But you also have to remember that you have to actually make a move in order for you to get away from procrastinating. Focus on baby steps, and you'll find yourself not procrastinating anymore.
I couldn't have said it better, Miladel. I agree with your points, but unfortunately that's not the only thing. Pressure from families is a big contributing factor to this as well. For example, a study at the Johns Hopkins University in California revealed that 92% of the parents felt it was important for their children to excel in school, while 39% of the students felt there was too much pressure on them.
Right, and this pressure eventually leads to other bigger things. This may cause damage to their self-esteem. This may then lead to various consequences like depression, stress, lack of sleep, and even anxiety attacks. It's like a domino.
Exactly. When students don't meet their parents' expectations, it creates a sense of worthlessness, which was discovered to be one of the main reasons why teenage suicide rates were 4 times higher from the 1950s, according to the study done at the University of St. Thomas. The study also found that pressure doesn't aid children in performing well at school. In fact, it can do exactly the opposite and obliterate the child's character.
It's very sad. Not only parents, even teens should be more sensitive to what children are feeling. Only when we care about what they feel, shall our children feel that we care. Whether you may have a sibling, a child, or a friend, be sensitive toward other people's feelings. Talk it out. Communication is key, guys. Oh, by the way, the quote was from Sina Elias.
So, we have heard a lot today. Most of them were highly relatable, especially the one about procrastination.
Oh my gosh, same. I procrastinate too much, man. Anyways, let's talk about what we learned today. We learned that we can't just always blame school for the workload. We also have to do our parts, because if we just procrastinate and don't do anything, and yet still have the audacity to expect really good marks, girl, your brain is lying to you.
Right. We have to deal with the consequences of our actions and accept the fact that we have done something wrong. In terms of another factor that causes stress, pressure only becomes stressful when you deal with it in the wrong way. Like for instance, if you deal with the pressure of all the workload from the school by procrastinating, then that's when you get stressed.
Another thing is family pressure. Yes, it is very stressful, but by mustering the courage to talk to your parents about the pressure that they're putting on you, there could be a lot of chances that you'll be able to solve the problem. What time is it?
It's 9 p.m.
Oh, we should go to sleep.
Right. Remember to get some sleep, guys.
You guys are humans, not robots, so y'all turn off your phones right now and go to sleep.
Good night, guys. We enjoyed spending our day with you today.
Miladel and Saliha are signing off for today. Stay tuned for our next podcast. We post them every Wednesday.
Feel free to comment on whatever you want us to tackle next. Thank you. Stay hydrated and have a good rest today.
Also, one last thing before we go. Sleep well, guys!